Hello, everyone. This is Luis Concepcion coming to you from Strategic Profit Line Trading with the plan of the week for week number 5 of the year. As always, here's our disclosures. Understand that this is for educational purposes only. I'm not providing any investment advice. Understand that every trade and everything that provided is not tailored to any one individual, and everybody must understand their risk tolerance and their time horizon. Past performance does not guarantee future results or success, and all investments and trades involve risks, including the loss of principal. For our agenda, as always, I'll be covering the news, providing a quick market overview of the indices, and we have 368 companies reporting this week. Here's our week 4 results. 17 zones were provided. Went 3-2 in stocks and 6-1 in options. Had a pretty good, decent week with options. No entry was 7, and we had one one asset closed in the zone on Friday, and that was Tesla. So if you took a trade on Tesla, whether those calls or verticals, monitor that this week as we have a lot of earnings this week and a lot of the big boys reporting this week, by the way. So here's a quick depiction of who's reporting this week, and understand that 5 out of the 7 companies are reporting earnings this week of the Magnificent Seven. And we had Netflix, who blew our earnings last week. And as you saw, Tesla had a big drop, about almost a 30-point drop last week. So be cognizant that any one of these Magnificent Seven this week can have a big effect and impact on the indices if one of those happen to fail on earnings. I went ahead and I added week 4's outcome of which trades worked for us and which trades didn't. As previously said, we went 3-2 this week in stocks, and we'd had a very good week in options. And here's a depiction of those trades that I went ahead and put, and we're currently 9-2 on the month. Moving into the news for the week, as you can see on Monday, we don't have anything impacting our news. Moving on to Tuesday, at 7 o'clock, 30 minutes after the open, we have consumer confidence report and the jobs opening report for the JOLTS. So pay attention to be cognizant on that on Tuesday. After market, Australian dollars being affected. So be cognizant of that for those of you who are trading forex and the Australian dollar on Tuesday. Moving on to Wednesday, non-farm payroll, pre-market and GDP report for the Canadian dollar and employment cost index for the equities market. So be cognizant of that. Intraday on Wednesday, be mindful. We got an FOMC statement and the Fed's fund rate. So Wednesday might be an extra volatile. Moving into Thursday, nothing affecting the U.S. markets, but understand that we got a lot of companies reporting earnings. We got Apple, Amazon, and Meta reporting on Wednesday and Thursday, so that's going to be our impact on Thursday. We got a PMI report as well, and then for Friday, we got non-farm employment change, unemployment rate, and average hour. Just understand that all is that happening pre-market, and we have a lot of companies reporting on Friday as well. I know we have Chevron, we have XOM, but I'll cover those in more detail here. And as you saw in the depiction of all the companies reporting earnings, just be cognizant. We have a lot of big companies reporting earnings this week, and it may impact the markets and your trading on a daily basis this week. So be cognizant of that. All right, moving into the charts for this week. As you can see, this is the chart of the SPX. We went ahead and made an all new time high this week on the cash index at 49.06. You can see we're basing here, and I have no supply for you in the SPX or the SPY. So the first zone I have for you, which is a pretty big, decent zone, is 47.92 to 46.86. If you want to go ahead and narrow that down, go to a smaller time frame, and you can do so. But for right now, no supply in the SPX or any of our equities, with the exception of the RUT. And just understand that we may have a pullback this week in the event one of our companies misses earnings. Moving on to the NASDAQ. As you can see, the NASDAQ is already retreating and starting to turn down. We still flat for the last 2 days. And then on Friday, we had a pullback. So no supply yet. worth taking on the daily chart. But we got 16,851 and 16,562 for you on the demand side. Moving on to the Dow. No supply at all on the Dow. And the first thing for demand I have for you is 362.52 to 359.99. Moving on to the rut. As you can see, the rut did nothing all week. Just stood between 1961 and 2000. Tradable range if you know how to do iron condors or just doing zero DTE vertical spreads. However, nothing significant to report. And you can see that we still missed this level. This level is still intact on the demand side for 1887.93 to 1847. We missed it a couple of weeks ago. And on the supply side, we got 2025 to 2103. Moving into earnings for this week. Starting with good old Ben, Mr. Ben Franklin here, Franklin Templeton Investments. On the demand side for you, I got 2563 to 2519, and on the supply side, I got 3064, 3197. Another company reporting Monday morning, SoFi. So for SoFi, I got no supply. The high was 496, but on the demand side, I got 323.34 to 304. Also reporting on Monday, Whirlpool. So for Whirlpool on the demand side, I got 88.90 to 78.56. And on the supply side, got 135.07 to 138.95. For my aggressive traders, let's throw this out there. I just saw this right now. You got 102.78 to 98.44. Again, aggressive, conservative on the demand side, and on the supply side, 135.07 to 138.94. Moving on to Tuesday, we got Pfizer in the morning. So for Pfizer on the demand side, I got 24.45 to 23.36, and on the supply side, 33.54 to 34.67. Also reporting on Tuesday, GM. So for GM on the demand side, I got 28.68 to 27.34, and on the supply side, 40.65 to 41.53. UPS is also reporting on Tuesday. On the supply side, 119.90 to 112.45, and on the supply side, 166.37 to 172.79. Moving on to aftermarket on Tuesday, AMD. No supply in AMD. We made all new time highs this week with the markets at 184.92, but on the demand side, first level I have for you is 150.48 to 143.69. Also reporting Tuesday afternoon, Microsoft. Microsoft has been extremely bullish this year. Made an all new time high of 407.01. The first demand zone I have for you is 363.81 to 359.92. Google reporting as well. Ooh, what happened to my charts here on Google? Oh, maybe I gotta put in the right ticker. Sorry, guys. All right, for Google. So Google made an all new time high this week, and that was 153.05. And on the demand side, I have 133.50 to 129.72. There you go. Sorry about that. Once again, that's 133.50 to 129.72. Next company reporting again on Tuesday after markets. We got Starbucks. So Starbucks has been in this trading range for a while. It just changed the level. For those of you who have the previous level, you can use it and be aggressive. I'm not displaying that this week. However, as you can see, this level already worked at. So be cognizant of that. And that's on the supply side, 105.45 to 108.14. And on the demand side, I have 85.35 to 82.86. Skyworks also reporting Tuesday afternoon. On the demand side, I got 95.18 and 92.43, and on the supply side, 119.27 to 123.70. Moving on to Wednesday, Boeing. As you know, Boeing's been in the news quite some time about that plug incident I had a couple of weeks ago, and ever since then has been doing nothing but dropping. However, we got a demand zone right here. You can see that We tried to come in here once and took off, and then came here again. Didn't actually hit our level, and then it bounced again. So that level I have for you is 197.40 to 189.12 on the demand side, and 242.59 to 250.32 on the supply side. MasterCard also reporting on Wednesday. For MasterCard, no supply. As you can see, we all made all new time highs with the market as well. 440.94, pretty strong and bullish stock. For the demand that I have for you is 458 to 394.78. Phillips 66, no supply. And on the demand side, I got 118.81 to 114.85. And they're also reporting on Wednesday morning. Align Wednesday afternoon on the demand side 194.40 to 175.28, and on the supply side 318.81 to 336.21. Moving on to Merck. Merck is reporting Thursday morning. So no supply, and on the demand side 109.26 to 106.79. Moving on to Apple. Apple on the supply side, you can see on Friday we had a nice drop off of a level that I provided to our members via email weekly. If you want to know how we're doing about that, feel free to contact me or look us up. However, provided this trade, as you can see, Apple started to drop down, and that first demand level I have for you is 177.74 to 173.33, and on the supply side 197.49 to 199.53. Meta reporting Thursday afternoon. For Meta, I got 334.42 to 328.29 on the demand side. And I just saw this. I'm going to point this out for you right now. Also, 358.61 to 352.28. There is no supply in Meta. I don't have this one listed here, but let's cover it because Amazon is also reporting on Thursday. And for demand, I got 139.45 to 136.12, and on the supply side, 163.38 to 170.92. Thursday afternoon also, we got Clorox. Clorox on the supply level, I got 147.57 to 150. Understand this is a $3 zone, and we've tried to hit this. It's very aggressive, so if you want to be more conservative folks, you got 154.16 to 158.72 on the supply side, and then on demand side, 120.128 to 113.03. And the last company I have for you is ABBV. No supply. I stand corrected. I got a supply zone for you at 172.92 to 175.98, and on the demand side, 155.29 to 151.31. As you can see, we have a lot of companies that are reporting earnings this week. That's what I have for you in regarding to earnings. There's a lot out there that you can go seek on your own. But those are the ones that I think we have a good chance of triggering this week. So that's going to do it for us with the charts. So if you haven't done so already, please go to the bottom right of the corner and hit that subscribe button. For those of you who are not following me on Facebook or LinkedIn, feel free to follow me and look at me up there for posts throughout the week in the event that any of these zones changes. For any of you who are interested in learning more of what I do and how our members trade these zones and take profits, feel free to look up on my website and see when's the next time I'm providing a class and a course. If you have any questions, feel free to go to my website for upcoming classes. Don't forget to email me, contact me, and till next time, till next week. Happy trading. Have a plan. Till next time.